Hey, it's John. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I want to break down how I make my offers significantly more sellable from my webinars. So this is for you if you're selling, let's say, something under a couple $1,000s directly from a webinar, a masterclass, a workshop, and you want to better position that offer so that it sells at a higher rate. And so what I'm going to do is actually use some slides here and kind of show you some examples of what I would call a value stacked offer, because your offer is really the number one reason for success or failure when it comes to your webinar, your selling efforts, right? And your value stack in the context of this video is really just a list of bonuses or resources that make your offer more valuable. Okay, if you want to call them bonuses, that's fine. If you want to call them just resources, that's fine too. And they don't even necessarily have to be anything that you create that's new. Can even be stuff that's actually in your core program already that you just need to pull out and highlight as a resource in a specific way. Okay. And I'll be doing trainings and other videos on how to pitch your programs and stuff like that, because that's a whole nother discussion. But in the context of this video, your value stacked offer is your core offer with a list of bonuses or resources around it. That is what I'm talking about in this video. So value stack equals your main offer, whether that's a 6-week coaching program or a course or a workshop, plus the bonuses and resources that go around it. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. So the value stacked offer, again, bonuses, extras, no cost around it. And the right bonuses, the right resources should be positioned such that your buyer, it will help them and help them perceive it as being easier, faster, cheaper, more comfortable, less stress, less frustration in getting the results, right? So the bonuses, the resources that you put around your core program should speak to that. It should speak to, wow, these resources help me get this result faster, easier, better, with less stress, less frustration than I otherwise could on my own, right? Your value stacked offer really has a strategic purpose. Its goal is to increase the perceived value of your program, increase the likelihood of success, and address sales objections up front. You should be using your bonuses, your resources around your core program to address concerns, increase the perceived value that they're going to get by joining, and increase the likelihood of success. Those are the strategic goals of your bonuses, of your resources, your value stacked offer, right? So we want to increase the value. So if you don't have something that dramatically increases the value or increases the amount of support they're going to get, then don't include it. If you don't have something that's going to increase the likelihood of success for your program, then don't include it. Or if it doesn't address a burning objection or concern, don't include it. Okay. So obviously the first step here is we want to make sure that that we are clear on our core offer positioning, who our program's for, what problem it solves, and how we solve it. That you've heard me talk about that in other videos. Like obviously that's the first step to have dialed in. And then what we want to do, this is where it comes to creating more strategic bonuses or what resources to highlight. We want to create a list of problems, concerns, and objections, challenges that would stop your ideal buyer from believing they could get the outcome that your offer promises. So again, objections, and go deeper than just time and money. It could be like specific things, and I'll show you some specific examples in a moment, but it could be objections, misconceptions or faulty beliefs, perceived limitations, like what if I don't have X, or problems they may face before or after starting your process. Okay, so we want to create just a big list. Don't hold yourself back of all of these potential problems or concerns, limitations, anything that would stop your ideal buyer from believing that they could get the result. And then we want to try to match each of those concerns, objections to potential solutions that you could offer. Even stuff that's already in your core program. If you have a resource or something that does a great job of helping someone get a thing done faster and easier, we may want to pull it out and highlight it during our webinar. And so for all of the problems you have on the list, try to match each one of those to a solution. So you're going to make a list of potential solutions to solve each of those problems, ideally making it faster, easier, and better for your buyers. So resources like checklists, swipe files, templates, scripts, and I don't care if you're in sales or if you're in relationship coaching, you can put together some of these sort of things so that we may use the highlight during your offer to make it sound easier to get the result. Support. So can you offer additional support, one-on-one or group coaching sessions, audits, reviews of their work, content like video, audios, interviews. Sometimes just adding audios to the offer can help enhance the valuability of the perceivability of the value of the program. Software tools, templates. You can offer a trial. You could maybe make a deal with a third party to include a trial for a software in your program, for your offer. All of those kind of things. And so as you're creating solutions, try to think about, what do I already have in my program, already have made, that I could pull out and highlight as a resource, as a bonus around my core program. And ideally, again, it's stuff that makes it faster, easier, and better. Checklists, frameworks, software, coaching supports, all that kind of stuff increases the perceived value while at the same time saying, hey, this is going to support me in getting there faster, easier, and better. Okay? And then we want to kind of finalize our solution. So I would pick the top 3 to 5 problems from that list that you created and create and finalize the solutions around those. Put a name to your solution and create a quick description. So for example, if I have a tech checklist for a webinar stuff, that's what I do. I might call it the low-cost webinar tech checklist. And then I would just have a short description of that item. So when it comes to presenting my offer, I can frame that as, hey, are you concerned about the technology or the cost of the technology? Well, no problem. When you join my program, I'm going to give you this low-cost webinar tech checklist, and then I describe it. It's a simple checklist with the easiest to use, lowest cost tools that I've found working with over 100 different clients or whatever I'm going to say. You can have that at no cost when you join the program to make the technology easy for you. You can see how I highlighted the problem, I presented the solution, and then I described the benefit of that solution in more detail. And then as you're delivering your webinar, that's how you're going to deliver that. So for example, I have a program called the Webinar Launchpad. Let's say I'm doing my problem solution sort of mapping here. One problem, just as an example, might be, hey, it takes a long time to create a webinar. And the solution that I counter with would be, well, no problem. I'm going to give you access to an AI toolbox that I've put together. Okay. Maybe I'm not sure how to structure my presentation. Well, no problem. I'm going to give you a webinar slide presentation template that's already been structured and put together. Maybe I'm not sure how to get people to show up. No problem. I'm going to give you email and reminder templates that are going to increase the number of people who show up to your presentation, to your webinar. Maybe I don't have a big audience or an email list. No problem. I'm going to teach you how you can collaborate and partner with other people to increase the number of people who come to your webinar. Or maybe I don't have a program yet. No problem. I'm going to give you a training that helps you put that together and launch that with your webinar. So this is just an example of mine. And you could, again, do this if you're in life coaching, whatever kind of sales you're in or any kind of market you're in. But you want to create a problems list, a solutions list, and then pick the top 3 to 5 problems. If it's not a big problem, don't include it. And you don't have to have 5. But try to really nail down what are the top problems or perceived challenges. What are the solutions you could provide? This is a screenshot of a webinar that I've hosted not too long ago where I was selling that same program. This is what a value stacked offer looks like. In this case, this was a $2,000 offer that I was making to them. And you can see this is how I structure it and put it together. I even said for the first 20, they could get a webinar review with me. This sold very, very well for me. This offer here sold over $500,000 as of this recording for me. So it's done very, very well. Okay. Here's an example of a colleague of mine who was working on a real estate webinar, multiplex development. So again, problem list here might be something along the lines of like, the problem might be, well, I'm not sure what cities support multiplexes. No problem. We're going to give you a city by city checklist that's going to help you really just in an instant know what cities are going to be a good target for you. Maybe I don't have enough money to develop by myself. No problem. We're going to share with you how you can raise capital through joint ventures. What if what if I don't know if a project will be profitable? No problem. We're going to give you a calculator to help you with that. Maybe I have limited time to research properties. No problem. We're going to give you a tool that will help you do all the research. So if you want to make your offer more sellable, you need to work on your offer. Most people don't spend enough time working on the offer. And with the mindset of how can I make this offer come across, again, higher perceived value with more support as a faster, easier solution to the outcome that I'm after, solving all of my concerns and problems. Like the more you can position your offer that way, the better. And I've been selling like my webinar launchpad offer now for several years straight, same program, same offer. And each time I'm loading up to sell it, I'm always thinking like, how is this offer? Is there anything I've discovered lately? A piece of software or a connection to somebody or a resource that I could include in my value stacked offer so that I can increase the desirability of that offer. And you should too. Most people don't focus on this enough. And I'm not saying to obsess over it. You need to get out there and market it and get it in front of people, but spend a little time doing this exercise, and your offers can be significantly more sellable from your webinars, your masterclasses, and your workshops. And if you'd like some help actually mapping out your value stacked offer, click the link in the description. I have a mini training called Profitable Online Programs that you can go through that's going to help you break down all the bonus ideas and layouts and pricing even and those kind of things for your coaching, consulting, or service offer. So click the link in the description if you'd like that. That's it for this video. Go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell if you'd like to receive more videos like this. Leave me a comment below if you'd like, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care for now.